Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl, here to give you another monthly read for Sagittarius for the month of July. What does Sagittarius need to know for the month of July? Thank you, Spirit, for blessing me. Blessing Sagittarius, keeping us safe as a collective, keeping me safe, protecting me. Oh, Sagittarius, you have the strength, you have the know-how, you can work with others easily, you have the strength. You are uncertain. You're not sure of something. You want to make an offer. You want to heal a wound. Maybe it's from the past. Things are coming up in your life now, July, from the past. And you have to reckon with that. We all do. We all do. But for you, Sagittarius, there seems to be healing, a relationship. There was an uncertainty about an offer, but you have the strength. You have the fortitude, the courage. Take it as it resonates. If you have doubt, well, you shouldn't, because you have the know-how, you have the wisdom. But in this particular card, it was the strength, and this is for, putting up boundaries, standing your ground. Deck cracked on taking on a different perspective and slid off of imbalance. Yeah, see, it's all breaking up everywhere because things need to come together where you need to stand up for what you believe in. You need to speak your mind. You're going around. You want the peace of mind. You're aiming for that. And the affection is there to have it. Truth is going to come out about the past. Truth is going to come out about what you want to do in the future. You want peace, you want love, you want to go off into smooth waters, but you're confused about it. Just take it easy. You have the strength to get through. A new beginning is everything. Again, 8. You have double 8s here. You should listen to the lesson for the 10th of July. Because I had the double 8s. I had triple 8s in that lesson, actually. And you have a new beginning here. So just settle on putting up your boundaries, and don't you cross your boundaries. Say what you mean and mean what you say. You have the strength to do it. What does Sagittarius need to know for the month of July? Thank you, Spirit. What are the important messages for Sagittarius for July? So the layout stays the same. I haven't decided on a change yet. Just really now getting comfortable. First line is all about the viewer. Second line is all about your significant other's implication, relation. If you don't have a significant other, then whoever you relate to or relates with you at work, okay, people you cross on a daily basis, people you don't even know that you cross as in a good morning or good afternoon, just people, other people. And the third line is the outcome of what messages would bring from this reading. Great wisdom in that strength card, Sagittarius. You know where your limits are. You do. That's a Sagittarius, but you choose to cross them. You choose to break them by sheer will because you want to test those boundaries. And that's how we learn. See? So you're doing the right thing. It's just the perception of it is what you need to reflect on, in the sense where, is this what I really want? Couldn't be simpler. From what I see here, there is an offer that's being held back. There is uncertainty, as we saw. And the Six of Swords is returned again as the Eight of Swords. So there is turmoil from within, and this is expected, right? This is expected. I told you, not you, but I've been saying it, the push and pull is around the corner. It starts. It's already started. It's just picking up momentum now. So we find that we want to choose for ourselves, but at the same time we are very aware of others, and that's where complication comes, where we think, well, should I give more to myself? How can I make this fair? Is there a way to rectify or not destroy a relationship, whether it is work or it is personal? This is relationship issues right here. The King of Cups with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, that's holding back on an offering for fear of getting into an argument, because we don't want to fight. It's sensitive times, very sensitive times. We have a massive healing that needs to happen here, and we have a double 7 going on. This someone has either it's either going to happen or it's already happened, where you speak of the disappointment, and if it's already happened, now it's a question of, how am I going to deal with this? Because the truth has come forward, or it will come forward, and when it does, you'll have to figure out what you want to do next, and it's going to be harsh truth, very harsh truth. Yeah, 7s and 5s, and then we have the 3 of Swords. It's very harsh, and it's not very kind. When I say kind, I mean, yeah, you might want to be careful about getting physical, where it's an argument and a fist fight even, you know, it's like pushing and shoving, and there's too much of it, words and action. And all swords here, this is all swords. All of this is swords. And it's all the hard ones, 8s, 7, 5, 4, 3, all the really difficult swords to have, where it's argument, it's indecision, it's corruption, trying to control, you know, and then the pain of it, the suffering of it, the disappointment behind it, the, you know, the deceit, even the fact that there's a conspiracy going on somewhere, and it's personal, so it's family in more than many cases, and you know, there's finding out the truth about cheating, and oh my goodness, I mean, anything that really is all the negatives, that's what's coming out here because of the imbalance. And you know what, you have to go through it to know what it feels like. It's all well and good to say, oh, I don't want to hear bad news, but sometimes the bad news is good news coming after, because you've been through so much and you want to see a peace of mind. I'm sorry, but that's what's here. Overview. So whether it is at work, whether it is in a personal coupling relationship, or it is between siblings, because it looks more like siblings than anything, but because there is the chance of work, because it's the Four of Pentacles. Sorry about that, just had a disturbance there. It will change. You see, if it's at work, then it's your relationship with people that you work with, but you will know, because this is a secret, or this is a legacy, family legacy, or this is where you work, and it spreads all across. So you fit it depending on how this plays out, but it's very close to sibling, arguing, fighting with family for legacy, all of this. The final is people walking away, you walking away. Somebody is walking away. Somebody is saying, no more, I don't want this anymore, I'm leaving, I've had enough. And that in itself is what changes the perspective that we saw early into the shuffle. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. Again, it's more standing up for what you believe in. So if you are feeling judged, or you are placed in a position where you have to fight back to hold your own, then yeah, this is the test that you are being put through by the universe, on whatever level, whether it is in a relationship, in your work life, in your family circle, where your echelon is at some point, it was at the top, but you got shifted, or things happen. We grow, we grow apart. It's how the family recognize you or doesn't recognize you. But you will face that. You have to, because it is again the Nine of Swords. I mean, the really difficult steps, the crucial, I shouldn't say difficult, but it can feel like that is so difficult, but regardless, it's crucial that you walk this path. This is your rite of passage. Take it as it resonates, because growing up is what all these difficult numbers add up to. Adulthood. You see, it's the difficult things that we need to get through in order to achieve our recognition, because at the end of the day, we become who we are supposed to through the anxiety. And I've mentioned that in previous lessons. All right, so let's see what this King of Cups, my dear Sagittarius. Take it as it resonates. Just because it's king doesn't mean it's a man. It's how you see yourself. Are you in control? Are you hiding something for some? Because it comes right with the Four of Pentacles. And we know that this king carries in his humongous cup all of the grief that could come. So wanting to release that, working on it, and what to say, how to say something that is close to the heart. Okay, you want to heal a disappointment that took place. What is this Two of Pentacles represent? A new beginning. You see, you will find what you need to say. You will deal with the situation as an adult, because you will find where you had your part to play. The Nine of Cups. That's it. You're going to go over what took place on your side of the fence, because that's how the only way you're going to get closure, when you admit to what you did to bring back the balance. And then there's that Seven of Wands. You see, you have a double seven and another nine. So it just goes to show that it's culmination time. I tell you, by the 19th of this month, it is fluctuation up until then, and then it's going to start tapering out. But now all the way through October, we will have bouts. Okay, so it's because Spirit gives it to us in small doses. We can only handle so much pain at a time. And then the small doses is to give us that sense of understanding. Because every time we go through a difficult turn, we have to relax. Otherwise, we go into shock and we just die. Okay, so for us to survive, we need to take small doses of in degrees of suffering. Okay, small doses of suffering in degrees. That way it just balances everything out, and then we grow again, because we go from the King of Cups to the Prince of Cups, which is where the uncertainty comes in, because we have to stand and fight, because we have to look back and see what we've been through, what we don't want to face. That's where the uncertainty comes in. But going into it, you will find your way. And this is a very spiritual journey, what I'm looking at here, with all these wands and coins put together. It's like it's passion and action at the same time. Spiritual connectivity for psychological work, because that's what this is. Psychological work is what I'm seeing here. And this is your psyche, and this is to make you grow as an individual, because you choose that, because you choose to follow what Spirit is nudging you into. Like you're somehow letting things go as they should, allowing things to happen, as if paying attention to my lessons, which is great, because it shows that you have difficult choices to make, and you are working through slowly. You're working through, and by the light of the moon, you'll get there. In the end of the day, it'll take about a month, or the next moon phase. We just came out of a full moon, so check for the next full moon. What happened to you on the last full moon? And now the one that's coming up, you get to make a change. You get to make a choice. You will walk away from something, whether it is on a psychological level or a physical level. Again, work, personal, or leaving a way of thinking, because we saw that, changing your perspective. The Three of Wands is just that. It is to celebrate a change, going to a higher level of existence, whether it is on a psychological level, on a spiritual level. You rise above. You get to say, well, I can walk away from this. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to study or learn something else, because you're going in that direction of exploring your desires, because it is the Three of Wands, where you find self-love. Okay, it just stayed open on the 8th, but I will leave it there, because it does bring in that 10 of Swords, because it's the end. The culmination is the end. Okay, you walk away and you close off the cycle, and then the Wheel of Fortune is with you, so that you can have your direction and have your faith in what you want to do, and then drop the burden and then heal. Woo, because that's your destiny. Oh my goodness. Oh, Sagittarius, it couldn't be clearer. But before all of this can take place, it's a question of accepting the change that is about to occur. You see, what I've given you here is the result of you walking away from whatever it is that is disturbing you. Now, if it is on an inner cycle where you are unhappy with the way your life is going, and you make decisions to change the direction, you close off that cycle of self-betrayal, where you stop breaking your own spokes and you decide to do what is best for you. You take the medicine, so to speak, because that is what all this difficult numbers here represent, that you do accept and you do surrender, because this is all about the ego. That is why it is so vast. The whole reading is like, yeah, I need to change the way I think on every level. For every Sagittarius looking at this, this is how you get to humble yourself before the universe and allow the universe to guide you. Doesn't matter on what spectrum you're viewing. Family, work, personal, in a romantic coupling. It doesn't matter. We all have this Sagittarius rising, mostly, I would say. I mean, I'm not trying to break it off, but at some level, every Sagittarius is going through this pivot. That's what it is. You're holding back for a reason. If you have surrendered, then you're going through the motions of this is what it feels like to surrender. And if you're struggling with surrendering, where your ego is creating the turmoil, the disappointments that have occurred, you're reviewing them because your stubbornness, if you are brave enough to listen to my clip and see that, okay, because this is about the ego here. Or you are viewing for your significant other who is the Sagittarius, because this is really about ego right here, all this and this. The Knight of Wands, see, the Knight of Wands is that champion who is all about, well, this is what I want and I'm going to get it, and I don't care how I get it, I'm just going to take it. And that has to heal. That is where the ego is the strongest. Let's see, give us some more cards on this Knight. There it is. A third party situation. Very egotistical about it. The truth has come out. There's an ending of a relationship because the Tower is going to go down. Or this Sagittarius, whoever is going through this Tower, is saying, no, I don't want to be like this. I am humbling myself. I don't want to be a player no more. See? The victory. Victory in going off on your own. Or victory in, I don't want to be a player anymore. I want to be in a relationship, because you will find that significant other. Because Spirit is leading you there. You will have to, because there is reciprocity to be had. Take it on any level. Say we have 10, fractured 10, but it's not, anyway, it's just numbers. On every level, you're guided to pay back or receive reciprocity. It's just take it how it resonates. Everything that is happening to this personality of independence, whether it is ego of I am in control of everything, or I want to control everything, or I want to control my own life and I want to take it back because you have taken it from me, because it could be the flip side of all that. We are going through this. When I say we, it's fire signs. Fire signs, not just Sagittarius, but yes, this is a Sagittarius reading. But because it is a fire sign trait with the Prince of Wands, he does represent the fire signs. Okay, so it is Sagittarius, yes. Strong Sagittarius, because it is Sagittarius reading. But other fire signs feel this. It's because of where the planets are. The universe is working through us to help the other. Because if this is not you, you are watching this because of someone who is a Sagittarius. Knave of Cups. There is forgiveness. You see? And then there is potential happiness, stability coming in. Because the change, and this is again by the light of the moon, the next full moon, you will see the change. This is very spiritual. Very spiritual. And I say very spiritual because it just means that you're changing a huge part of your personality. You're showing people that you have integrity. What is the oracle message for this reading for Sagittarius? This is a very personal reading to, again, every Sagittarius who picks this up, you will feel it. You will feel that there is a shift. And you want that shift on any level, whether it is for your work life. You go up for a promotion. If you're valued, you'll know the feeling of being valued after you put yourself through the exercise of going for the promotion, if you really want it. You see, it's an exercise that we must face the things that are most difficult in our lives, in our own everyday lives, as well as our work life. And this is how we face it. That's what's going on this July. Difficult turns, and you have to hold on for every one of them. And you will come through. You will come to see that your integrity is intact. And if you feel that it was never a threat, it may fall under that threat this month. What is the oracle message? Tick-tock. Time. I think my deck was upside down. Yeah, it is upside down. Well, it's right side up to you. And breathe. You'll get through. Tick-tock. Let's read that. 30. We were on 29 before we could get to 30. So let's see where you were before. 30. Oh, sorry, Sagittarius. It's just taken every page. 30. There we go. 29. Let's see. Breathe. Oh my gosh. See, 29 and 30. So it just fits. It just fits. We'll read both. The essential meaning: patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, trust. So yeah, you need to hold on to that. And we have, by the book, doing it properly. No place like home. You're going to feel, after you go through the fire, you're going to feel at home. That's why we have to go through this. It's a growing pain. Tick-tock. Now is the time. Timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. The oracle message, we'll read that. When humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order, were happening now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire. So release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here, right now, and always show up when you need them, right on time. Breathe. They come one before the other. Just let it go. The ego, on every level. And you will know. And the best way is to sit quietly. I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your shares. Until our next read, love and light.